Hi everyone, and welcome to the tutorial on the 3D viewer. So today we'll be going over how to use the 3D viewer and some tips and tricks for it. You'll notice on your left-hand side you have your layer manager, and each layer that you have loaded has three buttons, an M, a P, and a 3D button. The M stands for main view, that's this top portion. The P stands for panner view, which is this bottom viewer. And the 3D button is for the 3D viewer. So you'll notice also that each layer has the 3D button turned off. If you want to see that particular layer or stamp or map in the 3D viewer, you need to click that button to turn it on. So for us, I'm going to turn on my stamps that I have preloaded, and I'm going to turn on my background map. And then to see the actual 3D viewer, you'll go to View, 3D View. You should get a window that pops up with your 3D view. You'll notice that I have two things loaded. I have my background map that I turned on in my layer manager and my stamps. So before I tell you how to move around, I'm going to actually go to Help and pull up the 3D controls. This will show you the often used hotkeys. So as I move around, you can also look at this menu. So to move around, you can click and drag your globe, or you can use your keys to move it. And you can zoom in with either hotkeys or your scroll bar. So one thing that is nice is if you're moving around and you're zooming in and out and you're trying to find things and then you decide you want to restart, you can press the R button and it'll put your view back to a zoomed out view. Another thing I really like is if you're playing around on your 3D view and say I come over here to investigate this feature and I want to find out more about this feature, then you can actually go to Synchronize Main View, and it'll move your main view to what you see in your 3D view. You can actually screenshot your view that you see in your 3D viewer by going to File, Capture Screen as Ping, and you can save that out. Another neat thing to see is going to a different body. This feature is available on our different bodies, so I'm going to go to Itokawa, and you can see here that the 3D button is off, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go to View, 3D View. So this is neat because it demonstrates that you can see different bodies on the 3D viewer. It's not just spherical bodies. So this is Itokawa. And again, I'm using some hotkeys to move around in my mouse. Well, that's it for the 3D viewer. Thanks for joining me.